Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little different in that it's not really focused on the channel, but more so on the Discord, the Hangar. So for those of you who aren't in the Discord, or maybe aren't even paying attention in the Discord, we had a build event recently where the theme was how it started versus how it's going. Now the event is already over and we actually judged the results a long time ago, but I did want to go over all of the submissions just to showcase what kind of builders we've got going on in the Discord. And not only that, but one of our members was kind enough to donate the grand prize. I did provide a second place prize, but it was only one of the t-shirts that I designed. But one of the members donated a whole Master Grade Stormbringer. This one's mine. I didn't win the contest in case you were thinking that. But without further ado, let's take a look at the entries. And let me know down below who you think was the most deserving of the prize. Keep in mind that the theme was how it started versus how it's going. So we want to see that compare and contrast between when the builder started and how they're doing now. And just to be clear, I did ask the builders permissions to be able to share the photos online, either via YouTube or Instagram. And some of them also gave some social media handles, so it would be greatly appreciated if you checked out their page. So first things first, we're starting off with Randall. Randall provided 3 old photos. His specific skill that he wanted to focus on was posing. As you can see here, this pose isn't that bad. It does seem a little stiff, maybe slightly unnatural in this area, and it kind of looks like it doesn't know what it wants to do with its hands. And the next photo actually isn't bad at all. It's still a good pose, but I think Randall really wanted to get a more dynamic look out of it. And lastly, we have a different kit altogether. This is the Master Grade Wing. Once again, a really good pose. Still better than most people that I see online. And let's take a look at how he's doing now. Here we have a Super Saiyan Vegito kit doing a kick. The arms are a lot more natural. The leg is a lot more natural in my opinion. At least compared to this where like the foot isn't really turning, it's just the leg going up. We see a little bit of turn in the foot here. Good improvement so far. And we have another pose with the Vegito, very anime inspired. Super dynamic compared to the other Burning Gundam that we see right here. You can see he closes up that leg gap to give a more aerodynamic jump through the air. And lastly, he has the God Gundam. A little hard to see what's going on with the whole kit because it is cut off on the left side here, but it is a very natural looking pose. So I think overall he did improve a lot on his posing. And once again, I'll pop up his Instagram right here. Please go check him out. Give him a follow or at least a like on some of his photos. I'm sure he would greatly appreciate it. Next up, we have the builder Pantifo. I actually haven't checked with him on if that's the actual pronunciation, but Pantifo just seems right to me. Believe it or not, this is his first build. It looks like one of the high-grade Char Zaku's. As you can see, it's actually a pretty good build. There's some panel lining done on the gun, and there's some matte top coating going on with the kit. If we look a little closer, there is some frosting, but if you know Pantifo, then you know that he'll probably blame the weather on that one. He added some metallic accents to the backpack, and if you look really close, even to the very tip of the antenna here. Oh, here on the waist too. He also detailed the underside of the shield. So honestly, this is a really good build for a first build, which I think all of the judges kind of had the same idea when we were taking a look at it. And next, let's look at how it's going. This is his custom painted RX-78-2, painted to be an RX-78-3, but we see a lot of stuff that has changed from his past build. Obviously, the whole thing is completely painted. He's got some pre-shading going on. He's got water slide decals. If you look here at the gun, he has metallic accents as well as contrast for the different heat on the tip of the gun. And one thing that may be harder to notice is he actually did some panel scribing here. And this is one of his first times panel scribing. So whether or not you think it looks rough, I think he did a pretty good job considering it's a new skill. Not only did he do these panel lines, he added some notches here. He also worked with claw plate to fill in some gaps here. Add some extra parts on the knee here. Got some on the arm to fill in the hole. I'm pretty sure it was a high grade, so there's likely supposed to be a hole here. Added some matching accented parts on the backpack. Here we go with the heat color change again on the verniers. Even has the painted inner frame. The backdrop is also a nice touch, way better than just having it on a desk. One big thing that does hold it back is the posing. The kit does look a little stiff here, especially when it's standing like this. Knees are bent, not really dynamic looking at all. And even in this shot, maybe we could do a straight arm, but I really don't think the poses should take that much away from the kit. Overall, Pantifo did a great job. Next up, we have Gray with his high-grade Moon Gundam. Moon Gundam might be a daunting kit for your first build, but it looks like Gray was able to get it done. As you can see, the photo skills aren't necessarily that good. Posing isn't necessarily that good, but the build is there. There's no panel lining done, no stickers added, maybe on the eyes, but we can't see it from here. But definitely not a lot going on for this picture. Moving on to the how it's going for Gray. Here we have a nicely built clear wound wart. As you can see, there are some accented colors here. He's painted the fingertips to give a red accent, as well as some blue panel lining. That's a very interesting choice. And there's some blue paint on this fin right here. Has some decaling here as well. Not sure if they're water slides or not. I can't really tell from this picture right here. But you can't really see the edges, so that's a good thing, especially on a clear kit. And I believe these fins up here are accented as well. So overall, really good build. Glad that he was able to dip his toes in a painting. And not only that, but after the competition, Gray did start posting about building up a airbrushing setup. And I'm really wishing him well on his journey for airbrushing. And lastly, you can check him out on Instagram at FranTman. So yeah, give him a like and a follow if you could. It would be much appreciated. And moving on, next we have Sakai with the Master Grade Wing Zero Verka. Definitely a good kit to start with. That means he started not too long ago, within the past 2 years. You can see a lot of nub marks on the guns here in this picture. No detailing done in terms of panel lining for the face. Here's some nub marks on the feet and a bunch of nub marks on the back armor as well as the wing binders. So it's a good kit, but it's definitely lacking a dynamic pose. When viewed up close, there's a few details that could have been cleaned up better. Let's take a look at how it's going now. Another winged kit. This one is the Tallgeese Flugel. This one it looks like he did a lot better on. A lot more details. Got some panel lining here on the thigh armor. Probably other areas that I can't notice right now. It looks like there might be some on the face. He's got some water slide decals going on. I'm not sure if it's mixed in with the color correcting stickers for the Tallgeese. Here's a close-up on those water slides. Looks a lot better. Not noticing as many nub marks, if any at all so far. Here it looks like he did some more panel lining on the wings, which is good. And I think that about wraps it up for Sakai. And next up we have Ronnie with the local type Gundam. It's got some stickers. It's got some basic panel lining going on. Pose is a little, leaves a little bit to be desired. Once again, still a lot more work that we could be doing. Even for high grade kits, you can get some pretty dynamic poses out of them. But overall, not too bad for a first build. I mean, he's got the stickers down. No noticeable nub marks. Got a little bit of panel lining going on. The V-fin does look a little strange to me. It looks like it might be tilted or something. And let's take a look at how it's going for Ronnie. Wow, here we go with another high-grade Moon Gundam. This one is super customized. A lot of metallic accents all over the kit. Now, one thing Ronnie did specifically mention is that all of this is hand-painted, either by brush or with a Gundam marker. So he hasn't journeyed into airbrushing yet, and he still has builds as good as this. So yeah, a lot of detail coming out of a hand-painted build. If we look at the next photo, he has a lot of detail done to the entire Psycho Shard. He's got this nice chromed out finish on parts of it. Very unique. I haven't seen that on a Moon Gundam before. And the pose isn't too bad either. One thing that you might be able to notice is that some of the plastic still is unpainted, such as the blue and the white, but with a matte top coat that still covers it up pretty well and it looks a lot less plasticky. Here we have another shot of the Psycho Shard. Looks super good with all that detail added. And here's some more photos of the Gundam itself. Some of that back skirt armor, as well as some super chromed out verniers on the backpack. I like these little accents of this teal metallic on different parts of the kit, and it matches with the Psycho Frame accent here on the head. Overall, a great job. And if you want to check out more of his work, his name is Ronnie216 on Instagram. So give him a like and a follow, and it would be much appreciated. Next up, we have Lone Wolf Blake from the Discord. Here we have an entry grade RX-78-2. Is this an entry grade? It looks like an entry grade. this is backwards. This isn't an entry grade, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is the high grade revive, mostly because the entry grade does have the red part for the camera and the gem one piece, and the revive uses a sticker for this waist armor right here, even though this is backwards. Here we have some nub marks showing on the shield as well. Some light panel lining though in these small skirt areas and the knee. I'm not sure why he didn't add it into other areas, such as here on the chest. He has it in like the smallest areas of the kit. It's a good start, I guess. So definitely a tough first build, especially since he got it all backwards, which this is easily fixable, of course. But as a new builder, maybe you wouldn't notice that at first, at least for a couple of days or weeks or maybe months. Moving on to how it's going, let's see what he's got. He's got the Gundam Mark V. This was a P-Bandai exclusive kit, so I'm sure this is pretty dear to him. If we take a closer look at it, he's got some decals going on with it. I'm not seeing any panel lining anywhere though, but overall it is a cleaner build. I don't see any visible nub marks. Actually, we do see a little bit here on the backpack, but on the blue armor parts, it looks good so far. That might just be a design of the kit itself though, but still. Here we have a close-up shot, got the stickers for the eyes and cameras. And I'm not sure what kind of decals come with the Mark V. This one right here specifically looks like a dry rub decal. I only say that because you can see a little bit of the edge, but it's not a sticker, I can see that much. Overall, not too bad, and I think Lone Wolf Blake is moving in the right direction. Alright, next up we have Mittens from the Discord with his Master Grade Unicorn. We've got some decal work going on. I'm not sure if there's any panel lining, but Unicorn usually doesn't need panel lining. Oh yeah, we have panel lining here on the mud here. But yeah, Unicorn usually doesn't need that much panel lining because there's actual panels that separate. Here on the back you see more decaling on the backpack. Looks like these are just stickers though, the stickers that come with the kit. There's some more of the panel lining. Ooh, this isn't pretty. Look here, we have some nub marks, a little rough around the edges. Here on the backpack as well. It looks like this might be a whole nub that still is yet to be removed. Something about this head looks like it's not completely transformed. Either that or it's not backwards. Nub marks here on the cockpit area, a little bit on the unicorn horn. Ooh, we've got some plastic gouging here on the shoulder as well as here on the arm. More nub marks here. So this kit just has a bunch of nub marks all over and plastic gouging. I wonder how all of this happened. It looks like, I know when I was starting out, I would try to take out nub marks with an X-Acto knife and sometimes accidentally scratch off a little too much. So it looks like that might have happened here, but you never know. And let's take a look at how it's going for Mittens. This is a really nice kit. I'll be honest. This is the real grade Sazabi. He did a custom paint all over it, including the inner frame, I'm pretty sure. He's got water slide decals all over for it. He's got a new yellow background. That's a nice contrast for such a dark concept suit. You can see the inner frame peeking out. It's like a gold bronzish color, which is really nice to see peeking out through the black and the dark gray. Not only that, but for the funnels, he has a metallic blue color for those. The missile pods on the shield have a little bit of accent on the tips. This is a really good looking backside for the Sazabi. It's got some accents all over here. Just looking at this back skirt armor, there's a lot of color separation, tasteful accents, and nothing is too overwhelming in my opinion. The decaling work is really smooth. Don't see any silvering with any of the water slides. And lastly, he even painted the pilot figure, and it looks pretty color accurate if you ask me. So not bad, Mittens, pretty good job. Excited to see more of your work. And if you want to check out their work, you can find them on Instagram at @GonPato. Once again, a like and a follow would be much appreciated for them. And up next we have Deluxe. Huh. That's a kit. So one thing Deluxe did point out to us, so we see a lot of mess going on with this kit, to be honest. I believe this is the no grade Ultron, right? Looks like no grade. After doing a little bit of research, I actually can't figure out what kit this is, so if you know what it is, comment down below. A little rough around the edges. I'm not sure if he painted these or if the plastic just was this rough back then. Hard to see the details, of course, because it's such an old kit, but there is like this goopy mess all over multiple parts of the kit, and these huge nub marks on the knees. To clarify, Deluxe did let us know that this isn't white paint, it's whiteout, you know, for like paper and getting rid of ink on paper. So yeah, not the best thing for model kits, but I mean, in a pinch, it won't work, so please don't try it. We've got some stickers on the chin, but paint for the sides and maybe the eyes. That might be a slipper for you guys. Got the sticker going around the edge of the torso. Yeah, this looks like it's the bare plastic. It looks like it might not have been painted, but this is probably an old kit based off of seeing all the dust on the shoulders. But yeah, there are nub marks everywhere. Deluxe admits it himself, this isn't a pretty kit. Here we see more close-ups of that whiteout paint job. Not sure what other paint he used for like the edge of the, I don't even know what this weapon is called, trident, beam trident, and the hand, one hand, and not the other. Those whiteout paint jobs on the feet. This is honestly kind of hard to look at. And there we see some more nub marks and gaps as well. The red back here looks alright. And let's see how it's going for Deluxe. Okay, a Zeta, not too bad. He's got some decal work going on. Much cleaner. I'm glad he hasn't used whiteout on this kit yet. I'm not sure if he painted it at all, but if he's not using whiteout, that's already a win. Getting a close-up shot, he does have the included stickers added on. Got some panel lining done on the face. The sticker work does look a lot better. I'm not sure if they're stickers or water slides, so that's a good thing. And here we have the backpack. It looks like there are color correcting stickers on this. Good job, Deluxe. More specifically, good job not using whiteout. Next we have Tasteful James. This looks like the build high grade perfect strike freedom. As we can see, pretty fun with the poses. Not too bad for a first build. What is very unique about this pose is he's not using an action base. He's actually just using the tip of the wings to hold it up along with the toes. Very interesting. I've actually never seen that before, but it looks like it's working out alright. And moving on to how it's going for Tasteful James. That is a good looking little Tsunami. A little plain in terms of detail. I wish there were a few more like color accents. It looks like it's all just one sort of gunmetal or steel color going on. I'd imagine if he even did a little bit of like gold accents for the crests and on the sleeves and the chest crest, that would look a lot nicer. But overall, it does look pretty premium. It looks like a special edition SD kit you get from Bandai, which is a good thing. I think you did pretty good for a paint job. It looks really clean for sure. So well done. Good job. Looking forward to your next work. Next up, we have Battery from the Discord. Looks like he started off with a high-grade wing Gundam. Nothing special going on. It doesn't help that this is an older kit, so it's kind of just blah on its own, but there's no decal work. Nubs don't look like they're pointing out so far. So yeah, very basic work for a first kit. Could use some posing, of course. But let's see how it's going for Battery. Okay, so here it looks like we have the Amatsu Mina. Taking a look at it, I'm not sure if that is glossy plastic or if Battery painted it themselves. It looks like it might just be the plastic. Overall, it looks like he did a little more with his posing. Definitely chose a better kit than this kit. A lot more going on, a lot more detail, which is good. But yeah, not bad. Keep on moving on, and I like what you did by changing the backdrop. It's a lot less cluttered having a solid backdrop there. Alright, and lastly we have Farrows from the Discord. Farrows is actually one of our mods, so he was exempt from winning the prize, but we did want to see his entry anyways. Here it looks like we have another high-grade Revive RX-78. If you look, even his camera is kind of like clipping off part of the shield. I'm not sure what camera he was using, but that is a common issue when using portrait mode for small subjects like this. You can see on the shoulder too. But yeah, no customization whatsoever going on here, so let's take a look at how it's going for Farrows. Nice, well done. A little bigger kit with the Master Grade H2 Magnum. I think this is the Build Divers one. Did some water slide decaling work all along the kit. Very nice work considering it's a black and white tone palette with some accents for the eyes and camera, as well as these chest vents and the skirt armor. Very tasteful. Panel lining all over the kit. Here we have a close-up of the pilot figure, also panel lined. Contrast is a little bit high in these photos, but that's just me picking on calls. Here's another close-up of the kit where we can see the eyes a little better. Got a few scratches here on the plastic and a little tiny nub marker right here on the waist. But overall, very well executed and tasteful choice of decals. So yeah, that's going to be it for the entries, everyone. Please let me know down below who you think deserves this prize. We've actually already chosen the winners and they've already received their prizes, but I'm not going to reveal it here. If you do want to find out who won, then you'll have to join the Discord. But the good thing about joining the Discord is you'll be able to join in on future events too. I do plan on having more build contests. Smaller ones may be more focused on singular skills, such as let's see what you can do panel lining a single part, and we'll compare everyone's work. That way you're not doing something as daunting as painting the whole kit, but at the same time you can work on a skill that you might not have been able to do before. So yeah, the link for the Discord is down below in the description. And as always, thank you to the Patreons of the channel. I'm super thankful for you guys supporting the channel for this long, even though my content may or may not be sporadic at times. But not only do I appreciate the support you're giving to the channel, but I also appreciate how much you all have been contributing to the Discord as well. If you'd like to be a Patreon for the channel, the link for that is in the description below as well. And lastly, I'll toss in the description all of the social media links that these entrants have given me. Not everyone gave me one, so there's probably only gonna be like 4 or 5. But yeah, I've been saying it this whole video. A like and a follow would be much appreciated for them. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Pick up a kit and start building.